Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam sitting amongst the Sahaba, he said, "O my Sahaba, yushik al-umamu an tada'a alaykum kama tada'a al-akalatu ila qas'atiha." A time will come where how you one another, you call yourselves, call each other to a plate, to a banquet, how people who are consuming food, they call one another, people will call one another to consume this ummah in exactly the same way. يُوشِكَ الْأُمَمُ أَن تَدَاعَ عَلَيْكُمْ. People will call one another against you. Similarly, just as how you people call one another to a plate of food. Why did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam give the example and the tashbih with food? Food is not something that can fight back. Food cannot offer any resistance. Food has not got a choice in what you eat, what you leave. If you half eat something, the food cannot object. If you choose to discard something, the food cannot object. If you want to swallow something in whole, the food cannot object. Every word of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is absolutely amazing. The balaghat and the wisdom and the rhetoric and the profoundness. Ulama mention he made tashbih with food. He gave the example with food. Why? Because food cannot fight back. When the Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, they heard this, it was extremely difficult for ever them to perceive a condition like this fall in the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the Sahaba radiyallahu anhum ajma'in, they ask, "Amin qillatin nahnu yawma idhin?" O Prophet of Allah, will it be because we are few in number? Will it be because we are less? Will it be because our numbers have diminished and dwindled? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Bal antum yawma idhin kathir." No, my Sahaba, rather you will be massive in number. وَلَكِنَّكُمْ غُثَاءٌ كَغُثَاءِ السَّيْلِ. But you will be as insignificant as the scum in the flood. When floods come, they bring dirt and filth with it. You will be just like this. You will have no izzat in society. You will have no maqam in the sight of the people. You will have no prominence left in the worldly life. You will not be able to call respect like you once did. Badr, 313 Sahaba. Enemy of Makkah, the Quraysh, 1,000. Victory belonged to this ummah. The battle of Uhud, 700 against 3,000. Initially, due to mistake, later on Muslims suffered, but victory was initially for this ummah. The battle of Khandaq, 3,000. Enemy 24,000. Victory belonged to this ummah. The battle of Sham, enemy Muslims 1,000. Enemy of that time 100,000. Victory still belonged to this ummah. The battle of Muta, Muslim 3,000. Enemy Byzantine Qaba'il of Arab 200,000. By the qasam of Allah, victory still belonged to this ummah. Amin qillatin nahnu yawma idhin. Are we going to be less in number? Bal antum yawma idhin kathir. You'll be in multitudes. You'll have many people. You'll be insignificant. You won't have no haysiyat in this world. You won't have no value left. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentions the reason why. Allah Ta'ala will take out from the hearts of your enemies any fear for you, any izzat and any khawf. وَلَيَقْذِفَنَّ اللَّهُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ الْوَهْنِ. Allah Ta'ala will put in your hearts this thing of wahn. Sahaba were not used to this word. They said, Ya Rasulullah, what is wahn? قِيلَ وَمَا الْوَهْنُ ya Rasulullah. What is this word? We don't know what this word means. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he mentioned, "O my Sahaba, your downfall will not be because you have a lack of education. Your downfall is not because you will have a lack of worldly accolade. Your downfall is not because you have a lack of wealth. Your downfall is not because you don't have access to natural resources. Your downfall is not because of the fact that you have no longer got big buildings, big businesses. No, my Sahaba, the cause for your downfall will be two. You will become too attached to this worldly life, and you will be afraid to leave this worldly life and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hubbud dunya wa karahiyatul maut. You will be too involved in the worldly life, and you will fear the time of death and meeting Allah. What's happened to this ummah? We want to sit, we want to think of the reasons. Everyone will have their own theory. Everyone will come up with their own plan. How to make the ummah back to normal. If you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that will happen. Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajma'in, they understood deen. They were the true heroes of Islam. They were the true people who were the flag bearers of Islam. They held the standard of La ilaha illallah and Muhammadur Rasulullah. We are no longer that ummah of izzah. We are no longer that ummah that has any prominence left in the world. Our downfall will not be a lack of education or weaponry or money or business. Yes, these things will be needed in their respective place. But the solution to the problems which we face and to the halat and conditions which we are faced with, Allah's qasam, Allah gave to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whether you live in Cardiff, whether you live in Bradford, whether you live in Birmingham, whether you live in America, whether you live in Canada, South America, Asia, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, North Pole, South Pole, East and West, by the qasam of Allah, that Allah who controls my life in His hands, the solution to our problems and the solution to our halat and conditions, by the qasam of Allah, Allah has kept only and solely in the deen of Allah and nothing else.